In example 2.2, observe that here the two statements to be executed on satisfaction of condition have been enclosed within pair of braces. So in that program, two statements to be executed on satisfaction of condition are in within they were within pair of braces. That means main function was in one parenthesis and if function was in one parenthesis. So here we can see in last and second last line there are two brackets, there are two closing parentheses or braces. So first last parenthesis is for main function and second last parenthesis is for if function. If a pair of braces is not used, then C compiler assumes that the programmer wants only the immediately next statement after the if to be executed. So there are two pair of braces. So if it was not it is not used, so pair of braces, if they are not used, then C compiler will assume that the programmer wants statement written after if keyword immediately. So that's why these braces are important. So next statement, so after the if to be executed on satisfaction of condition. So this so in other words we can say default scope of the if statement is the immediately next statement after it. So default scope of if statement is performing immediately next statement which is after it. So default scope of if statement is that it performs or acts on next statement which is immediately after it. Now the if else statement, so this is another kind of function, or we can say another kind of part which is used for decision making process. The if else statement, the if statement by itself will execute a single statement. So by itself if statement will execute a single statement or a group of statements when the expression following if evaluates to true. That means when that condition is satisfied. For example, if it is comparing with something, so if it is greater than that number, or if that condition is satisfied, then the if statement by itself will execute a single statement or group of statements which are written after it. If that statement evaluates to true, it does nothing when expression evaluates to false. So the drawback, this is drawback of if else if statement, that it is evaluating or performing expression when that condition evaluates to true, but it does nothing when expression evaluates to false. So when that expression evaluates to false, the program stops in if statement. So this is drawback of if statement. So to recover that drawback, this if else statement is used. So we will understand more about if and else statement. So sometimes there are two conditions in which we have to perform different action for true and false evaluation. So in those conditions, this statement called the if else is useful.